Hey guys, so I'm here with another video and I thought I should do this because I get asked about it all the time, and it's how do I keep my hair healthy and maintain my hair while it is colored. As you can tell, obviously I do color my natural hair and I don't seem to have any problems. I don't have like shedding problems. My hair is not like dried out and brittle, breakage, anything like that. I don't deal with. So I just wanted to come on here and give you guys my tips on how I keep my hair healthy while it is colored. So my first tip is to never dye your hair when your hair is already damaged. Don't dye your hair if you have heat damage. Don't dye your hair if your hair is dry and brittle. Don't dye it if you're experiencing breakage. Just don't do it. I know it's kind of like common sense, but a lot of us still choose to do it. And basically, if you dye your hair while your hair is already damaged and breaking off and stuff, you're just going to make your hair 10 times worse, basically. So yeah, you just want to stay away from color. I know it's tempting, you want to switch up your hair, but you really want to focus on the health of your hair, because coloring your hair already is not the best thing for our hair. So putting color on top of already damaged hair, it's just going to be a failure. So yeah, that is my first tip. Now my second tip is to dye your hair when your hair is kind of old and a little bit dirty. Now, a lot of people are different when it comes to this. Some people like to dye their hair while it's nice, fresh, and clean. But for me, I personally believe that it's best to do it on dirty hair because, like I said, dyeing your hair is not the best thing for our natural hair. It can cause our hair to dry out. So I feel like if you dye your hair on clean hair, after you just washed it or something like that, you're just, washing your hair, especially with shampoo, already dries your hair out. So if you clean your hair and then dye your hair, which is also drying, I feel like it's just gonna cause your hair to be even more dry. So for me, I always dye my hair when I've had like a style in for maybe a few days or a week, or if I feel like, my hair has oils and product and stuff in my hair. Not like extreme product buildup and your hair is just totally disgusting, but you want to have like product and oils on your scalp and on your hair to protect it. That's basically what it's for. It's to protect your hair from drying out and becoming dry. So I feel like dyeing your hair while your hair is a little bit older or it's a little bit dirty is the best way to go, so you won't experience drying out your hair or causing like damage or anything. Now my next tip for us colored hair girls is to deep condition your hair. This is kind of obvious. When you dye your hair, you can lose moisture and it can kind of dry your hair out a little bit. So you always want to make sure to deep condition after you first color your hair, and then you just want to keep doing that however often you deep condition your hair. But I feel like when you have colored hair, you should deep condition at least once a week. That's what I feel is best. And yeah, deep conditioning your hair, you guys know, adds moisture, shine, luster, all that good stuff to our hair, helps to strengthen our hair, and that's definitely what we need after we dye our hair. And I will be making a deep conditioning video soon, but I do have my top favorite deep conditions, so I'll put that up above and down below for you guys to check out. My next tip, and this is really important, if you have colored hair, you want to try to limit your amount of shampoo as much as you can. Shampoo can dry out our hair, and we do not want that when our hair is colored. So you just want to try to limit your use of it. You don't have to completely cut it out, because obviously if you get like product buildup or an itchy scalp or something, you will have to get a deep clean and shampoo you know, some time. But for the most part, you want to co-wash your hair. That's what I do majorly, and I co-wash once a week. And yeah, I feel like co-washing your hair is just the best when you have colored hair. Co-washing is not harsh on your hair, moisturizes your hair, and it's just really good for, you know, it's actually good for all hair types. If you have straight hair, if you have permed hair, natural hair, and colored hair. So I will also link a video to my top favorite co-washes and more about co-washing if you're interested. And yeah, just co-wash, you guys. Try to limit your use of shampoo. I also feel like using less shampoo helps to keep your color in longer. Another important tip when you have colored hair is to limit your amount of heat. And this is so important, and I feel like people don't understand this. You cannot be frying your hair, straightening it every second of your life when you have colored hair, because you're just going to dry it out. You're going to make your hair completely brittle, and you're going to have lots of breakage. I feel like that's, sorry, my daughter's down there. I feel like that's why I don't really experience breakage, because I don't really use heat. For the most part, I use heat, I would say right now, I would say 1 to 3 times a year. And that's really good for colored hair. But the best way to go about it is to just completely cut it out if you want to maintain your colored hair, and not completely dry it out, because you don't want to have dried hair. You don't want to have it dry. No. Now, another tip for when you have colored hair is to use products that are for color treated hair. There are a ton of products that say color safe or for colored whatever, for colored hair. You want to use those products because obviously they're going to be really good for our hair, to protect it and make sure it's nice and moisturized. I honestly, to be honest, I don't really go for products that say for color treated hair, but it is always, you know, the good thing to do, to be cautious. Also, you want to stay away from sulfates. Sulfates is really drying to the hair, especially when you have colored hair. So just make sure you're like reading the ingredients on your products, making sure it's sulfate free and all of that good stuff, like paraben free, mineral oil free, and yeah, just all of that bad stuff that we don't want in our hair. My next tip is to not overprocess your hair. And when you have colored hair, you can't keep dyeing it over and over and over. If you are going to dye your hair multiple times, I feel like you need to kind of like take a break in between, just so that you can regain your moisture back into your hair and make sure it's nice and strong, because when you dye your hair, you can weaken it, so you want to strengthen it back up. So yeah, I usually dye my hair, like re-dye it every 6 months, but obviously I haven't re-dyed it yet. But usually when I want to, you know, touch up my hair, re-dye it, I always wait 6 months, which is a great amount of time. Now, a lot of people always ask me what is like the least amount of time they can wait to like re-dye their hair, and honestly, I'm not going to give you guys an answer because I don't want to be wrong. I don't like dye my hair that fast, so I don't want to give you guys a wrong answer. Just go ahead and like research it, but you just want to make sure it's enough time to give your hair that moisture and attention that it needs. Now, my last tip, and this is a no-brainer. You want to moisturize your hair when your hair is colored. You cannot let a day go by where your hair is not moisturized, and you cannot let your hair stay dry for, you know, a long amount of time. It's just not good. It's not good for hair at all, but especially when you're colored. There are a ton of ways to moisturize your hair. Like I said, deep conditioning, you can do protein treatments. I've never done one, but you can just YouTube or Google it if you want to know more about it. What else is there? You can do hot oil treatments. There are just a ton of things you can do to moisturize your hair. There is no reason your hair should ever be dry, you guys. So yeah, those are all of my tips for taking care and maintaining your colored hair. It's not as hard as everybody makes it seem, but I also want to just throw this in this video. I feel like everybody's hair is different. Just like with heat, not everybody's hair can take heat. I can use heat on my hair, wash my hair reverts right back, despite what people say. People always say that there's at least some damage, but my curls pop right back. So I feel like that's the same with dyeing your hair. I feel like not everybody can dye their hair. I've heard so many horror stories from people telling me their bad experiences with hair color, and they seem to do everything right. I just feel like not everybody's hair can take it, so you just want to keep that in mind as well. Be cautious, and if you're one of those people, just accept it. You don't have to have colored hair to be cool, to have fun hair. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. I hope it helped you guys out. And yeah, go ahead, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you guys, want to see more of my videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.